Hi friends, as we saw in the last video, ng command creates a entire Angular project structure. We can open the Visual Studio Code using code space dot. This is the command to create open the Visual Studio Code from command prompt. It's opening a Visual Studio Code. So this is the project structure for Angular. So let me explain each project structure here. So ts spec.json, config.json, app.json, these are related to the TypeScript files. Will have additionally ts lint.json as well. So that is related to linting errors. Linting errors in the sense, if you have any space issue or any specific linting issues, you can configure that. So you can run a command to check the linting errors. And readme.md, this is used for the basic information about the project. By reading this, you will get to know the project related information. And package.json, this package.json contains all the package libraries installed in our Angular projects and the version of the libraries. So we can tell it as dev dependencies and dependencies. All the packages and their versions will be maintained in package.json. And the here scripts will represent the Angular CLI commands and the npm commands. Serve is equivalent to npm start. So similarly, you can also add your own scripts here. Mm, and this version for each release, they will be adding the new version here. So the project name, I have created the ng new project. The project name will be added here in the package.json. Whenever we are sharing any code to the customer, or whenever you are committing any code in the git, you won't commit this node modules. um, because when you give npm install any libraries, it will add that library version in the package.json, and it will create its library folder in node modules. So this node modules will not get committed to your git. So once user clone the repository, they will give npm install command. That npm install command will check the package.json and their related each package versions, and installs the required version packages to your Angular project based on this package.json. And package log.json, it maintains the entire update history of each packages. And uh, dependencies are maintained. So each package versions, what versions and all installed for this Angular project, that will be history of the packages will be, package versions will be maintained in the package log.json. And angular.json, this is a configuration file. In this file, we will give the build configuration, production build, which environment.as we need to pick, and what is the size of the file for production build. Those things and all we will configure in the angular.json. And also, if you see here, project type, it is application. If it is a other than application, like a library, project type will be a library. Mm, Other than that, we will configure the style dot global styles here, which path we need to refer for the global styles. And so here, if you see, if you give ng serve, what type of commands if it is in a development mode, what type of target it is need to take, and these details and all they are mentioning here. And for all the test also, testing details also they will be maintaining here. So all the configurations are maintained in angular.jsons. So package.json will maintain all the packages and their versions. And angular.json is for basically for configurations. And in the source folder, we have our code entirely related. The code will view whatever we are writing, it will be under the src folder. In the src folder, there is a style.css. We in our Angular project, we will be having multiple components. If you want to write a common css for all the components, The common css will be added in the style.css, and main.css is the entry point of our application. The application will start running from main.ts. And then index.html is the first file which is getting rendered in our browser. So whenever you open your Angular project, in the this index.html is getting rendered initially. Then favicon.icon, this is the icon which will be displayed in our browser tab. Assets folder will maintain all the images and documents, those details and all we used to keep in the assets folder. This is the basic root folder. App is the root folder for our Angular application. uh, After main.ts we will be landing to module.ts. Module.ts will in module.ts all the components and services, everything will be declared in the module.ts. Module is like a collection of components, so all the component declaration, everything we will write under the uh, declarations. So in the module only we used to maintain. So this app module is also a class, and it will have a decorator called at the rate ng module. Okay, then we have a app component.ts. So this is our root component. So in app component we have so each component will have four files. One is typescript file and html file, and then css file, and for unit test cases we write a spec.tss file. We used to write unit test case in Jasmine and Karma, that is written in the spec.ts. So in the app component in the component file, usually in the component file, this app component dot ts is this is also a class. This class has a decorator called at the rate component. All the component will have a decorator at the rate component. This at the rate component has three elements. One is it will have more elements. Mainly it is one element. Main elements are selector, template url, and style urls. Selector is a tag for this html file, and style.url is a styling sheet for this html. So for this app component we have this html and css, and this is the selector tag for this component, app component. So basically module and component, everything is a class only. And then this is the routing file where we used to maintain a navigations. So routes is a array, so we used to write all the uh, path and the rendering component in this routes array. So this is the basic Angular project structure. So whatever uh, tools or libraries we are installing, everything will create a folder in the node modules. This is the basic structure of Angular project. um, we will be seeing the remaining topics in the further videos. Thanks for supporting. Keep subscribing my channel. Thank you.